It's Diana with stampingwithdie.com, and I want to welcome you to this week's Whatcha Makin Wednesdays. And I listened back to my Teach Me Tuesday yesterday, and I went, oh, I do my Teach Me Tuesdays on a Wednesday. And I'm like, what in the world? So, usually when I go to bed, I rewatch, and if I have anything major bad, then I correct it. But I figure that was just, I typed a little thing, but I didn't freak out too much. But oh my gosh. So I am so glad that everybody enjoyed my little color demonstration yesterday. So I thought today would be fun to actually make cards with these cute little pigs. So that's what we're going to do. So I have just cut, I have like ink all over my arm. I put my arm in my ink pad. So I don't have the card designed. I just cut my pieces and I'm like, well, this looks like it'll be cute. You know, this looks like it'll go. So we'll see, right? But because I just have the one, because I'm keeping my little masters so that I have them to refer to. And I want to correct one anyway. When I flip the camera. So if you are new to my channel, make sure you say hi. Make sure you let me know how you found me. If anybody referred me, I always like to thank people for the referrals. And I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Arizona. And I am actually a Canadian, but I live in America with my husband and our son. And we have a few critters too. But, so yeah, so I'm an American demonstrator. I've lived in the States more than I lived in Canada now. But anyway, so that is enough of me. So let's get started. Hey, Lily and Barbara, Nancy, Connie. Yay, I'm glad you're here. Okay, so let's get started. Let me turn the phone. All right, so the one I wanted to correct was this one. So this is why after the video, like while I was doing the video, in my head I was like, oh, what did I use for this? And I should have looked at the colors. So this is why when I put them side by side, they were quite different. And that's because this is the original, and I used the blender pen with the watercolor pencils to do the original. So that's why, so I should have read these colors. But for the video, I did the blender pen and the ink refills. So that's why these two, don't look as similar as the other ones, because I used two different things. So basically, there were 7 different ways to color. All right, so these are just the little doohickeys. And like I said, I'm just going to put them in a binder or in an envelope so I can refer back to them. But we are going to have fun with the little ones that I made. So let's see here. I just have my buckets on my table. So let's just do the bucket that is the closest to me. Oh wait, let me show you what I'm using and then I can get that off the table. All right. So I'm going to be using today the tailor-made tags. These are so fun. Hi, Anne. These are so fun. They have the little reinforcements for them and everything. I love them. So even if you're like, I don't make tags, you can make tags, and it basically you put it on a card and it's just the embellishment for the card, even if it's not a tag, so to speak. So anyways, all right. I'm also going to be using the sheep die, the suit and tie die, tasteful labels. I grabbed a bunch. Stitched rectangles. Stitched so sweetly. We have so many stitched dies. It's not even funny. And I love stitched dies, so keep them coming. But it's funny, a lot of them have that stitched is the first part of their name. Scalloped contours, and then the stamp sets I'm using are Sweets and Treats, and then of course I use the Joyful Life because that's where the little piggy came from. I'm also using Textures and Frames. Now this is actually a celebration stamp set. You definitely want to grab this. This has got some fun, basically what it's just called, Textures and Frames. So you definitely want to grab one of those when you're putting in your order. I'm also going to be using the Frosted Gingerbread, and that might be all. And if I see something in my little bucket that's different, I'll let you know. All right, so let me put these behind me. I also want to remind you about August hostess code. And look, it's a puppy today. It's a puppy looking up at the code. I had a kitty yesterday. Here's my kitty from yesterday. So these might be my little, what do you call them? I don't know. Mascots. So that's the hostess code for August. All right, so let me get that off the thing. I couldn't do a little puppy that looked like Toby. I just couldn't. So it's a big black dog. All right, so let me start my bucket. So I am using, since I had these out from the other day, so remember the other day on my Mimeograph Monday, I did this cute little card here. So I am going to be making a card using these. Hey Mary, hey Joanne. Okay, so I'm going to, and I hope I never miss not saying hi to somebody. All right, so I'm going to use these. So it has the fun little envelopes. I won't like do anything with the envelope right now, but I am going to use one of the cards. All right, and I already have it in the bucket. All right, and then here are my pieces. So I have my card, my basic, you know, just my card. And I'm not cutting it or anything. And I love how it has the stipply look. So it kind of almost gives that feel of the Dirty Little Pig, right? Because he's got the little speckles on him. Then what I do, okay, so I want a piece for the inside. So I am going to decorate the inside this time. So what I'm doing is I am going to pick one of the Made with Love cards. And I'm going to turn it over. And we're going to stick it on here. I cut my little pig with the scallop contour die. So he's going to go on here. And then this is one of the little cards that's in here. So I just cut this off. And it gave me the little memories in the making. And that's going to go down here. So let me look at my bucket, make sure I didn't miss anything. And then here's just all the other pieces, right? So I could totally put some snowflakes on there, so maybe I'll keep those out. Because like I said, it's not like I have the card off to the side like I usually do, right? I usually have one that I can look at. So if I make any boo-boos or something, and that's not the case today. So this is going to be live for real. All right, so let me get some dimensionals out. So we're going to put this on with dimensionals. Just because we've got texture on texture, so I want to separate it a little bit. In school, did you ever have clash days? Hi, Nina. Did you ever have clash days? I think that's what we called them in school. And you were to wear clothes that clashed. Nowadays, anything goes. So this has texture going one way, and it's got the little splattery gingerbready kind of look. So I just want to separate them a little bit by using the dimensionals. All right, so I picked this one because I did the striped little scarf. So this reminded me that that kind of looks like the little scarf. All right, so I'm going to put dimensionals on this too, because these cards I already know are going to cost more to mail. So I'm going to make it worth it, right? By making there be some more dimension to them. All right. So we've got our cute little pig on there. This is going to go on the inside. Let me glue that. And then I was like thinking, oh, I wonder if my adhesives are going to run out. So I might be using 3 different adhesives today. So this is that old snail. All right, so this is going to go along the edge. So this is at an angle Whereas this is straight up and down, but it's still the same paper. Let me get my scissors. All right. Now I'm not going to put, I guess I could put a greeting. Let's see. I guess I could put a greeting. Let me get my real red pad. What do we want to put on here? You're the icing to my gingerbread? That could work. Because this is kind of a gingerbready card. What is this other saying? Sending you peppermint kisses. Ooh, I kind of like sending you peppermint kisses better. Because maybe that coffee that the little pig is drinking is actually like a peppermint, a special drink. All right. So I'm not gluing this, so if I mess it up, I can cut another one. All right. Sending you peppermint kisses. That's another reason why you like to put these little inserts inside your cards. So if you do boo-boo them, you can just cut another one and go do it over. All right. Sending you peppermint kisses. Love it. All right. That's going to go on the inside of this fun little card. So I'm going to let that dry sec while I put this memories in the making on the front. But isn't that cute? Those colors look so fun together. I just could not wait to make cards with my little pigs. Because they are too cute. All right. So memories in the making. Right there. And I like how this, see, it's got these swirly things and it kind of mimics that. So I liked the look of that. All right, let me glue this. Let me get my seal out. This is my Seal Plus. Let's see how much I have of it. All right, so my Seal Plus. This is the inside of the card. Hi, Mary. All right. So this, the Memories and More cards are a little different color. I mean, you have to really look than the basic white, but that's okay. All right, so super cute. Now, I commented on the stars, so I could totally put some stars around there. Let's see. Let's see. Sometimes less is more, right? I'm just going to hold it and see. Yeah. See, I don't want. Nope. 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 You can always add it later. That's like when you're doing your Christmas cards, get them all done. You can always add embellishments later. So same with this. I can always add something later. But right now, this one is so cute. So that one is done. All right. I'm going to stick them over here so I can show you all at the end. All right. Let me get this little bucket off the table. Make some room. All right, so let's get the next bucket. I wasn't sure which ribbon, so I've got two different ribbons here. I have the Blushing Bride, and this is this beautiful frayed ribbon. And then I have the Polished Pink, and this is the Open Weave ribbon. So I couldn't decide which ribbon I wanted to use. All right, so here's my card pieces. And my little saying, stamp, stamp. All right, so this is my card pieces. So this is almost like I was taking a class from somebody, because, you know, when you do like a class in the mail or the socials, you get, now nothing is stamped, but you get your pieces, right? So this is kind of reminds me of taking a class, because I've got these pieces to make my stuff. Okay, that's the inside. I just wanted to make sure. So that's going to go on the inside. So I'm using the Pattern Party DSP, and that is in the Hostess Benefit section. So you have to, you don't have to have a party, but you do have to place an order of at least 150 in order to get Hostess benefits, in order to get this DSP. So if you are a member of my club, or if you want to do a virtual party with your girlfriends, you can get a Hostess code, and then all your orders go together. Okay, so this greeting is, what does this one say? A tasty treat for someone sweet. All right, so what I wanted to put on the inside, and I'm using soft suede, and I want to put some splatters. These are going to go on the front too, and this is from that celebration set. So we're going to put a couple little, and this stamp, this is another one that will be forever on my desk. See how cute it is? I love stuff like this. Oh my gosh. Look at that. It looks like I just went, what? All right, so this is going to say love ya amongst all the splatters. Love ya. All right, and that's going to go on the inside of the card. I'm just going to set it aside. I'd like to give it just a minute to dry. It's probably dry, but just in case, right? I mean, I hate to turn it over and then it wasn't all the way dry. All right, I need a grid sheet because I'm going to stamp off on here. So I need a little bit of space around here. So this is going to have some of the splatters as well on the side here. So this just emphasizes that dirty little pig, right? So he's been playing in the mud, and the mud has got on the card. And this is soft suede. And doesn't it really look like mud? Ah, I love it. Love it. Love it. What do you think? Doesn't it look like mud? All right. Let's see. Am I done with my pad? I think so. And I was going to try, but I'm not going to now. But at one point, I was going to try to put the mud on the little pink safari paper, but I didn't. All right, so now let's start putting our card together. So we have this piece goes on the inside, and I did the whole card with the shimmery just because it is a little bit of a different color than the basic white, and I wanted the card to be all the same. All right, so then this is going to go on here like that. So again, I'm just trying to remember what I had planned when I cut the paper, because I don't have that card sitting off to the side. So we'll find out, like I did yesterday, right, where I didn't write on that one, and when I got to doing the card, I was like, oh, did I put, was this ink or was that ink? So anyways, all right, so then this is going to go on here. So this is the polished pink. I have buckets all over the place. Again, I forgot to mention to Jeff about calling the electrician. Just because my studio, we are very lucky we live in Arizona, so we don't have the ice cold winters. So I was able to convert our 2-car garage into my studio. So that's where I work out of, and that's where I do my videos. So above that beautiful table that Jeff built me last year, it's like I think it's 8 feet by 4 feet or something. It's a big country table if you read my blog. And I think I've done a video, like tour of my studio as well, and shown it. But above that table, that's where the garage door electricity is. So I have a feeling it's still alive, right? Up underneath the covered cases. And I thought, well, if they are, then I could just have a plug-in over there, and I could actually work from that big table and have a little more space. then just this little area. I mean, you can't see it. That's the main thing, right? You can just see that this little area right here till I knock something on the floor. Okay, so this is where I was not sure what ribbon I wanted to use. So because both of these colors go. Both of these colors go. But I'm leaning towards this because you can see it more. This one blends in and gets kind of lost with the soft suede. So this is how my mind works. So I want to use this. And you can still see a little bit of the soft suede coming through. Like, see how this color looks a little different than here? But I'm going to use this. Let me get my scissors. So again, this is just me going by the seat of my pants. All right, let me get some glue dots. So what do you think? Don't you think that this ribbon looks a little better? So I'm just going to put a cheater bow on the bottom of this. So I'm just getting that on the back of the ribbon. And then, so my glue dots are going to hold that ribbon on here. And then just because this is kind of hefty ribbon, I'm going to take some tape, some Scotch tape, and just kind of reinforce that that doesn't come off of there. Just because it is thicker. And, you know, some things go in the mail and then the heat, you know, can make things get a little loose. All right, then this is just going to go around here, and it's still on the spool. So this way you don't waste any ribbon. I mean, you'll waste a tiny little bit when you trim your tails, but not that much. So now we have our cute little ribbon there. So see, I've just wasted that much. Okay, maybe a little more because I need to cut that. But still, I didn't hardly waste any of that beautiful ribbon. I love this. And I haven't tried to color it yet. All right, so there we've got our cute little bow. All right, so let's start putting our card together and see if we need to add anything else. All right, so here's our inside. Okay, hang on, I'm missing some things. Oh, yes, that you agreed with the ribbon that I chose, so yay. Mary and Debbie said yes. I know, Joanne, right? Like, I was like, oh, I have to use that pretty, you know, the polished pink. And it looks beautiful on the white, but as soon as you have that dark cardstock coming through, it totally messes with the color. So that's why I grabbed both of them. All right, so here's our inside. Isn't that so fun? You've got this so girly, you know, pink leopard, and then this mud. I love it. I love it. It's for the tomboy girls, right? All right, so we're going to put our little pig on here. And then I have my little greeting. So before I glue, so remember, I didn't figure out this ahead of time. So then I have to figure out where my little greeting's going to go. And I think I'm just going to make it be kind of cattywampus on the top, because I want it to, and I'll explain when I glue it, because we have the bow on the bottom, so we want the weight of the card visually to not be heavy in one spot, and I'll show you what I mean. All right, so let me put these here, and I'm putting dimensionals because you've got that thick ribbon back there. So if I put snail or seal or anything, it would just stick out on the bottom. So I'm using the dimensionals. All right, so we're going to stick that on there. So fun. All right, so what I mean by, if I were to put my greeting down here, the weight of the card is all down here, right? Like you've got the bow down here, and you've got this extra paper down here, and now you have a greeting down here. It's too much. So if I put this up here, it just balances the card better. All right. So this can have the seal because this is just going to be cardstock to cardstock. There's nothing in between it to interfere with it being able to glue. All right. So that's gonna go on here. Oh, this card. Oh my gosh. I love it. I love when they turn out cute. All right. So we're gonna put this on here. Now, I like it on this side because you can see this, right? Because it emphasizes that little tag. If I glued it over here, it still would be fine, heavy-wise, visualize, like the weight I talked about. But then you lose this, right? You lose that whole shape. And I don't want to lose that shape because it's such a cute little die cut. All right, so I'm just going to put some glue dots on my little tag. And I was like, oh, and when I was cutting it, I was like, oh, this is one of those that can go either way depending on your greeting. Because see, it can go this way on a card. It can go this way. It just depends on your greeting. All right, so that's going to go over here like that. And I'm going to make it go over his ear a little bit. So there. How cute is that, right? A tasty treat for someone sweet. Love ya. And what's funny is a tasty treat. We're talking about the coffee, not the mud. Now the pig might eat the mud, but we're not going to eat the mud. So hey, Jackie. I'm glad you enjoyed those. So now I'm using up the little piggies that I colored. So anyways, so again, I haven't put any embellishments. I mean, I brought some out, but I don't think this one needs it either, just because of all the textures going on and the textures of the ribbon. We've got textures here. I just think embellishments, we don't need any embellishments. All right, let me get another bucket. All right, so this one is just, I don't think am I stamping anything on that one? Let me flip this over. All right, so here's another one. Now this one uses, so this is my cute little black and white pig. And this is the peaceful, oh my gosh, Diana. I'm trying to think. Hang on, I got my catalog. I'm going, is this the paper that's in the catalog, or was this, hang on a minute, or was this a celebration? Hold on a minute, hold your horse. Okay, so this is Peaceful Place, and this is in the mini catalog. This is the DSP from the mini catalog, page 37. 37. So that is this DSP. So that's what I'm using. I could not resist using the basic gray DSP with my black and white pig. Oh, which stamp set does the Splotches stamp set come from? Thank you, Joanne, for that question. It comes from the Celebration, this one. So it comes from the Textured and Frame Celebration. So this is a must. So this right here will forever be on my desk. So it's going to sit with the chicken, and it's going to sit with the other little paper pumpkin one that coordinates with the expressions in ink. Because I've been like putting them on the side of an envelope when I mail my cards. All right, so this paper just screamed to be used with the little pig. Little pig, little pig. All right, so this is basic white. So here's here to see on here. If not, let me know, right? You either like the wood background or you don't. All right, and then we want the inside. All right, so we're going to have our inside. So these are the two DSPs that I'm using on the front. So that way I want to use them on the inside as well. So I'm just going to stack them. And so it's the front and the back. So sometimes that's good. Ooh, I want to make sure. Hold on a minute. I want to make sure I'm putting them the right way. Hang on a minute. Because see, I'm going to go this way so we see more of this. Just because if this is just peeking out a little bit, you're not going to see as much of the plaid or the gingham. Where the stars or the snowflakes, you know what that is, no matter how much is sticking out. So kind of, if you're going to double stack your DSP this way, just kind of look at it and do the same thing. Just go, you know, if this just sticks out, you're only going to see, you know, just a little bit of it. So it's not going to be as visually appealing as when you see all of it. All right. That's just how my brain is. That's just, if you sometimes go, well, why did she do something this way? And that is why I did it. All right. So then we've got the inside. So this paper is so pretty, that monochromatic with the grays. Oh, I love it, love it. All right. So this is going to go on the bottom. I don't think I have anything to put on the inside of this one because I'll probably, I know what I've got on the front, and it's a Christmas card. So a lot of times if it's a Christmas card, I don't always put anything on the inside, and it leaves me room to write a note. Because a lot of times at Christmas, that's the only time I write notes, which is so bad, right? I remember when my granny was alive, she would write all the time, and I just loved getting her letters. I still have so many of her letters. And it's just, people don't do that anymore. Right? We email, we Zoom, we text, but to sit down and write a letter. So I find at Christmas time, you know, I try to put a little bit of a scribble in the card. So if I leave it plain, then it forces me to do the same thing, right? It forces me. I've got all that empty space in there instead of a greeting taking up the whole card. So I'm like, okay, you got to fill this in, you know, blah, blah, blah. So anyways, okay. So now let me go to my pieces. So we have our cute little pieces. All right. So this is how I got these. So this is the stitched rectangle. It's the biggest stitched rectangle. And I did 2 of them. So you can kind of see the stitches, right? And then I put it on the cutter. So I had 2, you know, 2 with this DSP. And then I put this one on the cutter, and I just went cut from that tip to that tip. And that gives me this. Now you could cut this one too and make yourself 2 cards, you know, but then you'd have to like glue it on something. So I just choose to glue it right on top of it, and that way you don't have any gap. All right, hang on. So let me glue these together. So we're just going to, and here I'm using Seal Plus. I'm like being insane because that stuff, when it grabs, it grabs. I don't know why I'm using it, but I am. All right, because it's more for 3D stuff. Let me get the regular seal. Okay, so look how cute this is. Oh my gosh. Now, if you wanted, you could, like if I wanted to make this be like a card you put something in, I could have just put adhesive around the edge and left this open, and then you could stick a tag in there, right? You could stick a tag in there or something. But I did. I just adhesive the whole thing. And then that's going to go right on here. So it has a funny little lip. It's not quite even. I'm a little anal. I should go trim that. See how anal I am? So see how this rectangle isn't quite even. So I'm going to go and trim this. Just a second. Hold on. Hold your horses. Hold on, hold on. Let's see. And watch me have cut it too much. All right. I'm just a little anal about it. All right. That's better. See, that's little. That to me is more visually appealing when it's got that even border around it. Okay. Not that I think if anyone got the card, they would go, oh, it's so cute. And you would say, well, did you notice the one side was a little bigger than the other? Are we still friends? Okay, so this is gonna go on here. And then, just like the other ribbon, I want you to help me decide if I'm gonna add ribbon. All right, so hang on. I wanna make sure I don't glue it wrong after all that. Okay. All right, so we have, this is, and I know I have an open pack somewhere, but we're just going to open another pack. And this is the gingham, black and white gingham. Hang on a minute. All right. All right. So, don't you think it would look cute? All right, so let me show you what it's going to do while you decide. So we have our cute little pig. Little pig, little pig. So this is going to go here. We have our fun little season's greetings. That's going to go there. And then that's going to go on here. So let's see. So I'm thinking I would like to have a ribbon back there. Do I see yays or nays? Yes, yes, yes. We could even go 3 ribbons. I haven't done that in years. Where I did 3. You know how you look back at old cards and you go, oh, I remember doing that. That style. All right. So I'm going to put that ribbon back there. Oh, Susan gives me the thumbs up. Debbie says yes. All right. Yay! Good taste. Good taste, ladies. All right. I have a bunch of my team on here. I love when you girls come on here. All right. I love when anybody comes on here. So I'm not just talking to myself. But I love when I know people even, because then I can visualize you, right? All right. Okay. Then we're going to put our little fake bow on here. And hopefully I'm putting it in the right spot. All right. So same thing, a little bit of tape. If you don't have Scotch tape, if you have that tear tape works too, but I just have Scotch tape. All right. Cute, cute, cute. So this is what I mean. All right, so let me glue this on here. And I will show you what I mean about, let me get some glue, dimensionals, some dimensionals. That's another thing. I swear, when I rewatch, I will go, why did I call something this? And I think I just ramble and I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know. 3 ribbon would be interesting. Okay, so let me show you what I've done in the past. And this is forever ago. And I'm thinking it works perfect with this color because it's black and white. You don't have a whole lot of color going on. So let me show you what I mean. All right. Because it's just a black and white, all right? So your eye is at rest. It's not like, oh my gosh, there's this color and there's that color and there's this color and there's that color. All right. So see what I mean? So pretend those ribbons were glued back there. And then this one on there. So see, you have 3 ribbons. So see, 3 ribbons. Un, deux, trois. Un, deux, trois. 3 ribbons. All right. So do you want me to do 3 ribbons? I can do 3 ribbons. I have them cut. It just looks so cute. All right. So let me do the 3 ribbons. Let's do the 3 ribbons. And she's singing because she's weird. All right. So let's do the same thing. I'm going to put our glue dots there. And then, I'm just kind of looking. So I should have moved that a little bit, but that's all right. They're not going to be totally even. are going to be more towards the bottom. Oh my gosh, I drive Jeff nuts with my humming. He just rolls his eyes. All right, let me make sure I didn't go too low with that. Let's make sure. Scoot him up. Scoot it up a little bit. And then I will hum, just on purpose, just to drive him nuts. All right, that looks better. So I just scooted it. Scoot it, scoot it. It's already have the glue dots there. So then the tape will hold it in place. All right, so let's put our third one. You like that? Yay! I love looking back at old blog posts too, because I'll go, oh, I haven't done that card style or that layout in like forever. And the 3 ties is one of those. All right, so let's see here. So what I might end up doing, oh, I put a lot on that one side. All right. Tape, tape. Tape, tape. All right, so since this can go either way, so now I can go, okay, do I want to put my piggy like this? So see, I'm going to change it. So see how I had it like this? So see how I had it like this? So then my greeting would be way down here. So I'm going to flip it like that. So then I have a little bit more room for my greeting down here. Oops, let me get into the frame. So see that? All right. Okay, so let me glue this onto the card. So I'm going to use dimensionals, of course, of course. I love having cards on hand. So our neighbors got a new, I won't say what it is, because they're going to announce it. But I went over and introduced myself to their new critter. And I gave her a couple cards, and she was like, oh, she was so excited. Okay, so there we've got that. Then I'm going to put this on here with, of course, some dimensionals. And then I have to decide, I want to maybe put a bow on one of the ribbons. All right, so hold on here. Glue dots, dimensional backings for days. All right, hope this is straight. Okay. Then we're going to put our little season's greetings. So see, now we have some space. So it's pretty much the same here, distance between here. Pretty close. Might not be identical, but it's pretty close. All right, so I'm going to double stack this one because we're going over a dimensional here and a dimensional here. And then I'm going to put a glue dot as well on this corner right here, because that is going to touch the card. And so we have this holding it, as well as this. So it should be pretty stable. So see, that's pretty stable. All right, so now I shouldn't cut this off there, but I am. All right, so now I think I want to put a bow. So we're just going to take our ribbon and stick this under here. Get under there. So this one's going to have a little bow on it. So remember when I did the 3, I had let's see, how do I want that? So There, it's got a little bit of tie. So when I did it before, I actually had them like go, so then I would have a tie here and a tie here and a tie there. So I could always add them later. But how fun is that? So there's that. Now this also has these fun sequins. So since it is the black and the white going on, we don't have, like I said, we don't have a lot of color to make our eyeballs, you know, because sometimes you have so much going on, your eyes get tired. They're just like, oh my gosh, there's no place that I can rest when I look at that card because there's so much going on. But the black and white, you don't have to worry so much about it. All right, so I'm going to put a little bit of green tip glue. And these cute little sequins. So we're going to go sequin, sequin, sequin. Let that dry a little bit. All right. 1, 2, 3. See? Cute. And it will catch a little bit of the, because see this paper, it's hard to see, but can you see it kind of flicker a little bit? It's also got some silver. So these little sequins, and I probably should have did small. Can she take them off? Where's my poker? Let's see if I can. And we'll do small instead. We'll do a small one instead. Big ones are too big. Too big. I'll probably have to add glue later. It's probably dry. There. I like the little ones better. That's better. So anyway, so yeah, super cute. There's one. I got like a Christmas card done. All right, so let's see here. So that was 3. Let's see, we have how many more do I have to do? I think 2. I have a tag. Let me do the tag. Let me do the cute little tag. Because since because originally I had 6, right? 6 different ways, but then because I had done the, remember I picked the wrong thing to color, so it made me get an extra, so I only have 6 to make. All right, so this is the little, what is that, fence? I had to think what it was. This is a little fence from the sheep. So I'm going to put the little fence from the sheep. We've got, I'm going to do a cloud. Got a couple clouds. We got a sun. So we're just going to make a fun little tag. All right. So where's my green tip glue? Let's get this because I know I'm going to get glue everywhere. So you like that with the three ribbons? Me too. All right. So let's put some green tip glue. So we are going to use the little reinforcements. So this is what I mean by if people go, well, I don't do tags. And so you could just make this and then you just basically stick it on a card. Or like I said with that one that I cut as a diagonal, this could stick. If you didn't glue that diagonal card all the way around, this could be the little card. I got the cutest card from one of my customers, Marcy, and I totally need to make one. And hers was very similar. There was an angle. It was different. And then you pulled the tag out. It was so cute. So this could be the same idea. Okay, so I've just reinforced my tag with that soft suede because that is the color that I'm going to do the ribbon or the fence. So I kept going, do I put it out here? But I think I'm going to make it look like the pig is on the inside. He's behind the fence. with his little frappuccino. Let's see his little feet sticking out there. All right, so we've got our little fence. I'm going to put our sun up here. Like that. Oops, touched his ear. Don't want to burn his ear off with the sun. All right, and then we have cloud. So we can do clouds either way. So I think I'm going to go cloud. Where's my glue dots? So we're going to have our clouds be sticking out a little bit. So again, I'm just going by the seat of my pants. All right, so we've got our little cloud here. And then, so I kind of like the sun behind the cloud. What do you think? Don't you think the sun could be behind the cloud? So then I'm going to put a dimensional. Let's see, I can't even pick it up. All right, so that's going to go behind there. So then I can put another dimensional over here. So too funny, I was watching Columbo and Johnny Cash was on there. And I was like, oh my gosh. I sat on his lap when I was a little kid. All right, so here is our little cloud right here. So I like to watch Monk and then Columbo comes on either before or after. And they are so different in their styles. Okay, so isn't that so cute? Isn't this really cute? So see, if you don't do tags, you could just put it on a card. All right, so let me do a little bit of baker's twine. So I just cut a piece of the white baker's twine. And we're just going to stick it in there. Like that. And then tie that, the end. So we've got our cute little tag. In there. So I don't have anything as a greeting on it. The stamp set that the little pig came out of actually has a for you. So if you wanted to you know, I could very easily go for you, cut that out and then stick it on the fence even. So there's a little tag. All right. And then I have one more. Are you sick of these cards yet? Are you like, we are done. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. All right. You wouldn't want to be me with this messy desk. That's for darn sure. All right. So here is the last one. So this is this cute little piggy right here. And this is the one that I did with the stumps and the gamsol. So this one I'm actually going to cut out. The rest of them I used a die. But this little guy, I'm actually gonna cut him out so I can pop him on the card. So fun. And his little cute piggy tail. He's adorable. So yeah, so if you are going to be doing our fall social, I'm giving you some ideas, right? It would be cute on a card, Joanne, right? That tag. So when you think of tags, don't always think, well, you know, I don't give a lot of gifts or I like to make cards instead. Just stick it on a card. But they're kind of handy to have too, right? If you make a present for somebody. You have a little gift, stick it on a gift bag or whatever. I still do the shipped. They ship for me and they bring it to the house, and I always put a card out for the person. All right, so we have our cute little piggy wiggy. All right, here's the pieces of the card. Look at this mess. Holy moly. All right, there's the inside of the card. This one, I don't know what I'm going to say yet on it. So this one looks very similar to one of the cards I did last week. I just totally changed the colors of it to go with the colors I used on my pig. So that's another thing I like to redo. You know how I did, look back and go, oh, I remember doing that with the 3 ribbons. Same thing. Look back at some of your old cards and, the layers and the styles and the layouts and stuff, and just change the colors. All right. So here is, let me get this in case I get glue all over. So this is from the Whimsy DSP that's in the mini catalog. So this is the Whimsy. I know it's something Wonderful Whimsy or something. Oh, I'm the best cutter. The little pig was pretty good, right? He's pretty good to cut out. I get that from Granny. Granny was a good cutter outer too. All right. Then I'm going to put this. So this is going to go on the bottom. So I just grabbed paper that went together. So you can see they're cut way bigger than they need to be. And then I'm just trimming them. I am just trimming them as I go. So I just flip it over because this is the right size. You actually don't see it. It's hidden behind this one. So I'm just using it as my guide. All right. So we've got our pieces there. This is from the Suit and Tie. So some of you, if you watched my lives last week, you're probably like, hey, I recognize this layout. And yes, I did this layout with the sheep. And now we're doing it with the pig. Let me go up here. All right. The pink green holly DSP on the reverse side would be cute for a Christmas pig tag. Oh, the back of that? Yes, it is from the Whimsy, and it is a Christmas DSP, but I love this pink paper. I love, love, love that pink paper. It is so like a modern kind of Christmas, right? All right, so we have those two. Then this is going to get glued onto here. Just want to make sure I'm grabbing the right piece because I should have two the same size. Yes, so one's the inside and one is the outside. Sometimes there is a method to my madness. Sometimes there's not. And Mary, a lot of you have been to my house, so you can go, that is true. All right. So here, this is going to go on here. Ba, ba, ba. All right. I also have for the inside, so I'm going to be stacking to go with the colors that I have on the outside, just so that our inside goes with the outside. So this is just going to get stuck on here since this is way long. All right. So this is the peach paper, is where the green comes from. I wasn't for sure until I turned it over. And I'm like, oh, that's the peach. All right, so that's going to go there. And then I'm just going to trim it. So see, this is the peach DSP. Yes, Mary. Oh my gosh, so much stuff in here. All right. And that big table is like full of class stuff and fall social right now. All right, so let me get my card base. So this is not Whisper. basic white, thick. And I have so many bone folders because there's probably 2 on my table that are underneath something. So now I'm grabbing another one. All right, so that's there. Again, I'm not going to put anything on the inside because I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with the card yet and who I'm going to give it to. And you know, I've said that so many times. I like to make cards, then I can just grab and add a greeting when I need it. So that's why a lot of times I don't put anything on the inside except that little strip. All right, so let's start to assemble our card. So this is our front. Get that seal going. And on the front, like that. All right, then we have our cute little, this is from Stitched So Sweetly, I do believe. This cute little scallop. So these scallops have stitches, but it's a smaller little scallop than the contour, scallop contour, or contour scallop, whichever. And it's like a bigger one. And I'll recap the cards and then I'll show you what I mean. All right, so we have our cute little scallop rectangle, and there's a little chads on the side there. That's just a little bit of paper that stays with the die. All right, so then we're going to put our fence. So our fence is going to go on there. Where's my green tip glue? So I'm just putting it in the center because it's going to overhang a little bit. So we've got our little fence. We've got some grass. So I've just picked pear pizzazz because this has pear pizzazz in it, if I'm not mistaken. So that's going to go in there. So I'm using a lot of green tip glue today. All right, that's going to go there. We've got a cute little pig. So she's going to be right here with her little cup. And I'm going to put her on with dimensionals. Good. Got some dimensionals just to give her a little bit of sticky outy. I want her to stick out of the card. So there she is, all innocent. So cute. All right. We also have, I want to make sure that's glued. Good. Dry, dry, dry. All right. I also, so this is what I'll probably put my greeting on. So I don't know yet what it's going to be. So that's probably what I'll put my greeting on. So I'm going to just lay this up here. I am not sticking it on the card, but I just want to have a visual so I know where to put my clouds. So it just gives me my placement so that I don't by accident put a cloud in the wrong spot. All right, so I'm just putting cloud on with a dimensional. And then, or a glue dot rather. So see, I always get those mixed up. And then I will put the next cloud on with dimensionals. 1, 2, 3. And this way, even if I don't end up using this shape, I will still have a space up there for my greeting when I decide. Cute. So then what I'll do is this will just stay in here. So that'll be ready, you know. So when I do the card. All right, so let me show you what I did today with those cute little pigs. So if you're just joining us, I want to thank you for joining me. All right, so here, let me show you the cute little pigs that we did today. Let me scoot up a little bit so you can see. Look at all of these dimensional backings. Oh my gosh. So, hey, Dawn. All right, so these are the little pigs that I did. So let me pull this out so that it kind of helps maybe if, so this will have a greeting up here. All right, so we have this little pig. So these are all the cute little pigs that I colored yesterday on my Teach Me Tuesday. So today I made cards of them. I'm gonna have to take that out of there. Get gone. You're in the way. You're not attached. Go, go. All right, and then the little black and white. So I don't know which is your favorite you like the best. I need to make sure I'm not showing my belly when I make my camera go up too high. All right, so we have this one, and then I still am a big fan of the black and white. And then the cute little tag. So those are our 5 fun cards today. And hopefully you like them. So if you are just joining, make sure you say hi. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out, when I go live again. The next time I go live will be Friday. Okay, so it might not be live. It might be pre-taped only because we have a Stampin' Up! Virtual event on Friday. And I believe normally I go 3 o'clock Arizona time. And I believe we'll still be going on. The break was like at 2 o'clock Arizona time, so the time was off. So I'll probably just pre-tape something to show you. But please subscribe, and that way it will tell you when I go live. The splotchy one, they're all kind of splotchy. Oh, you mean with the mud? I know, right? So they're all very, very fun. They all have they're not only were the pigs unique when I colored them based on the tools I used or the coloring mediums, they're all unique little cards as well. So I had so much fun coming up with them this morning. I was just like pulling stuff out. All right, so I will take pictures of them. I will put them on my blog so you can, maybe I will find a greeting to put with that little piggy one so I can finish them off. I don't know. It kind of looks nice with that bare white spot up there. So now I'm not for sure. All right. So the mud, but yes, so you definitely need that stamp set with the mud. But so anyway, so thank you for joining me. I will either see you live Friday or not, but it will be Friday, 3 o'clock Arizona time for my Dies shorts. All right. So thank you so much for joining me. Have a great evening, and I'll see you later. All right. Bye for now.